In our previous videos, we have discussed how the adaptive immune response can be modified so that it can generate the antibodies that can target these tumor cells. However, in this video, we will discuss how the innate immune response is work against how the innate immune response work against the tumor cells, and these things has been identified recently in the in Japan, where the lab has conducted an experiment on the innate immune response, and they have identified that the Dectin-1, which is expressed on the dendritic cells or the macrophages, are able to detect the N-glycans that are overexpressed on the tumor cells, and this will trigger the IRF1 upregulation, and along with that, other pathways are also upregulated, and this upregulation pathways will then trigger the activation of the NK cells, and these NK cells are very effective in killing the tumor cells. So this information can be used to further enhance the innate immune response to target the tumor cells. However, there are few things that are not yet been clearly identified in this research. Is that what are the other pathways that are also activated, and there is also a possibility that there is secondary activation of NK cells somehow to these dendritic cells, and the macrophages, so that these dendritic cells and macrophages will replicate itself in a manner that can compensate the uncontrolled growth rate of the tumor cells. And the one thing that I forgot to mention is that how this information about the this antigen of the tumor cells will pass on to the NK cells, and this information can be passed on. One of the pathways that has identified is that this information can be passed on through this upregulation of IRF. There is a overexpression of this INAM, and other receptors are also been overexpressed, and from these receptors the informations will be provided to the NK cells to about the these N-glycan structures that are overly expressed on the tumor cells, and this is how the innate immune response is used to work is supposed to work against the tumor cells. And so far most research has been conducted, and we have also covered all our previous videos about the adaptive immune response to kill the tumor cells, how the adaptive immune response can be further modified and improved so that they can identify the unique epitopes of the tumor cells. And in the case of solid tumor cells, what happens is that the solid tumor cells form another protective layer in the form of glycocalyx, and also this tumor microenvironment that will prevent and act as a uh, physical barrier that results in the immune evasion, as the immune evasion will not be able to directly interact with the tumor cells. However, in the case of this innate immune response, uh, the advantage is that innate immune response is the immediate response. So before the tumor cells acquire this, it's where before the tumor cell reach to its more aggressive state, that is in the form of metastatic state, or it reaches to a state where it can generate this tumor microenvironment that helps in the immune evasion. Before that, if this innate immune response can be activated or improved, then it can detect the tumor cells at the initial stage, so that the immune system of the host will be able to target this mutated tumor cells, and prevent these tumor cells from being further from being further aggravated into the more uh, higher stage tumor level, or more higher cancer stage. So in this way, this innate immune response could be one of the effective approach that can be used to target tumor cells in its initial stage. And for example, in the case of the pancreatic cancer, one of the major disadvantages is that the tumor cells are not being able to detect at the earlier stage. Because of that, it will become too aggressive, and it's difficult to cure tumor cells when it reaches above stage 3 based on the present technologies. So this uh, enhancing the innate immune response against the tumor cells could be an effective approach to target to kill the tumor cells at its initial stage. I hope you got an idea about how this innate immune response, one of the example how this innate immune response work against the tumor cells. If you need to understand more about this study, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.